Hendrick Motorsports has announced Chase Elliott's injury timetable, and they have also announced the drivers, yes, the drivers that will replace Elliott during that stint. Before we get into all that information, though, just wanted to give you an update on this week's schedule in terms of videos. So, yes, I have one video already made, already fully done. It is the Las Vegas Grand Prix track. Walked around it, took some videos, some pictures, and all of that. Not the entire track, but the turns in the paddock area, we were able to see pretty well, actually. So I'm going to provide that for you tomorrow or Thursday. I would guess tomorrow since I already have it done. And then my full weekend kind of vlog thingy will be on Thursday since I'm going to need some time to put all of that together. So yeah, I'm going to be definitive now. Tomorrow, Las Vegas Grand Prix track. Thursday will be the Vegas vlog from the NASCAR. So just wanted to give you an update on that. And then obviously Phoenix this weekend for the Cup Series. Anyways, for Chase Elliott, he is going to be out 6 weeks at least. That is the timetable for his injury is what they're saying. 6 weeks is about how long he'll be out. It could be more. That's what I would say. I don't know. But if he were to come back from that 6 weeks, the first race back would be Talladega. Do they really want to put him in the car back at Talladega? Yes, he is the most recent winner there, but at the same time, Talladega is a dangerous track. It's a risky track, and but at the same time, the cars should be pretty safe. So, yeah, he's going to need a win to get in the playoffs. I don't think he can point his way in if he's missing what will be a total of 7 races. It's going to be difficult to point his way in. So, I think they got to aim for wins no matter how they get them. A win is a win. They have to aim for that. But yeah, Chase Elliott out at least 6 weeks. So through up to Talladega. As for his replacement drivers, Josh Berry will continue to fill the role for the oval racetrack, so all but one race, and Jordan Taylor will be racing in the one road course race at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin. Yeah, I think this is a good decision, honestly, because Josh Berry, I think he's a future Cup Series driver. Why not put him in the car? He's been in Xfinity for a number of years now. And yeah, that was his first experience in the next-gen car last week. Maybe his second experience. He might have run a race last year. But yeah, Berry, considering the circumstances, considering he wasn't notified until Friday when the injury happened, didn't get into the car for the first time until Saturday, I'd say he didn't do a bad job. You look at Hendrick, if you see a Hendrick Motorsports car and 29th off of speed, usually you'd be upset. But Berry didn't know he was driving till Friday. He didn't get into the car on Saturday. And remember, it's a pretty limited practice and qualifying session. And Sunday, he did have some problems with the car. So it's not like he was entirely slow. They did have problems with the car. I think he's going to have some time to develop in this car, some time to learn the car. And by the end of the stint, he might be doing better. He might be knocking on the door of a top 10, top 5. And I tell you what, at Martinsville, Josh Berry's a short track racer. Remember, he got his first Xfinity win at Martinsville. Could he potentially be top 5 or contending for that win at Martinsville? I think that's still a long shot. That's probably a hot take still. But if Berry learns the car pretty quickly, he runs competitively, this is a big opportunity for Josh Berry. As I said, he's an Xfinity driver. I'm sure he wants to get up to Cup one day. But this is a great opportunity for him to make that step up, to show these other Cup Series teams what he can do in top Cup Series equipment. So it's a big opportunity for Josh Berry. I think he'll make the most of it. I think he's a really good driver. I think once he learns the car, he could do pretty well. I'm not guaranteeing him to win, obviously, but I think he could get a couple top 10s out of this. So Josh Berry will be driving on the ovals, and Jordan Taylor will be driving at Circuit of the Americas. I thought about this when Elliott got injured. You're thinking, oh, if he's out a couple of months or something, who could fill in? And I thought there is a road course in there, so you could go a little. This sounds weird. It sounds bad, but it gives Hendrick a little flexibility in terms of drivers because, your full-time driver's out for a while, but you do have to fill that seat with someone. You could do something different here. I was thinking more of a Jenson Button. He's going to be driving the Garage 56 entry at Le Mans, and, that's a Hendrick-built car. He has a relationship with Hendrick. I thought Maybe they could put Jenson Button in there. Obviously, he's a pretty good driver. He's a Formula One world champion. But also, it would bring a lot of eyeballs attention to NASCAR, Hendrick Motorsports, the 9 car, all that stuff, the sponsors. I thought maybe they could do that. But this one is also a very high talented driver who's also working on the Le Mans car as well. But Jordan Taylor, he's won the 24 Hours at Daytona, I think 3 times. He's a well-known, very highly regarded endurance racer. He's won Le Mans. He's won Daytona, I believe, the 24-hour races there. He's been a very successful driver in the endurance racing series, and he's really good at road courses, it's safe to say. So putting a guy who's really good at road courses, someone who has a connection to Hendrick Motorsports, I think he's like the driver coach or something for the Le Mans entry, but someone who has a connection with Hendrick Motorsports, someone who's a really good road racer, someone who has a little bit of experience in a NASCAR-ish car, I think this is a good decision. You had an opportunity here to go a little bit outside of the box in terms of your driver for the road course, and Hendrick decided to do that. And I think Jordan Taylor is a good choice. I think it's a big deal. I think it's an interesting choice. I think it's a good choice, though. Here's what Rick Hendrick had to say. We're focused on getting Chase back to 100%, so we'll take however much time is necessary and make sure he has the best resources available. Josh was impressive this weekend under difficult circumstances, and we look forward to having him drive the oval tracks until Chase is able to return. Jordan is a world-class road racer and has recently been working with our Garage 56 team preparing for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He'll be able to step in and do a great job at COTA. So, yeah, Rick Hendrick, obviously, as he said here, he was impressed. He was happy with how Josh Berry did considering the circumstances. Very last minute, very shocking, very, go do it. Like, it wasn't like all right, here you go, here's some prep time, you get a seat fit. It's like, all right, no, tomorrow, like 12 hours from now, get in the car, drive. So, yeah, Josh Berry kind of got thrown into the fire there, and he did pretty good considering the circumstances. Words are hard. As for Jordan Taylor, he's got a little bit more prep time, obviously. He's got, 3 weeks until COTA? About 3 weeks. So he's got a little bit more time. He's going to get his seat fit. He's going to get some simulator time. So he's going to get a little bit more preparation. Here's what he actually had to say. So honored to be asked by Team Hendrick to fill in for Chase at Circuit of the Americas in the 9 car. This is obviously under difficult circumstances with Chase being injured. It is going to be a heck of a learning curve, but I hope we can make him proud while he's recovering. Speaking of Chase Elliott, obviously this whole thing is about Chase Elliott. He finally said something on social media. The first one was more of a joking kind of thing. He said, "It has come to my attention that the formal request I submitted for a slight edit to the March section of my script was indeed declined." That is a reference to, like, someone said the NFL was scripted, like an ex-NFL player. And so there's a bunch of memes of people saying, oh, when they read their own script, this was their reaction. They put a reaction video or a picture over it. Chase Elliott's basically saying, oh, NASCAR, or he's joking. He is joking. He's like, oh, when NASCAR handed me the script this year and I saw the March part of the script, I had to request an edit, but it got denied. So that's the whole joke of that. But then he said, in all seriousness, the support I've received over the last couple of days is far greater than I deserve. I want to thank everyone who has lended it over in any form. Let's give Josh Berry and the Napa Racing team some love today. That was on Sunday before the race, so that's why he said today. That was a couple days ago. But yes, he has indeed responded to, I guess, I don't know what he's responding to, but he's basically saying thanks for the support, and yeah, he's had a rough couple of days, it's safe to say. Anyways, yeah, anything else I need to add on that? People are saying, like, Chase Elliott, they're like, should he get a waiver or should he not? I don't know why he wouldn't. Like, the only reason I could think of Chase Elliott not getting a waiver to go in the playoffs, assuming he gets a win, is if NASCAR genuinely just wanted to create a headline and just blow up the news cycle for a couple of weeks or for the rest of the year by saying he can't get in the playoffs now. Basically, everyone has gotten a playoff waiver when they've missed races. Kyle Busch, obviously, in 2015 when he broke his legs in the Xfinity crash. Let me think of other scenarios here. Kurt Busch would have gotten one last year if he were to suit back up and come back. Let's see. Matt Kenseth got one when he filled in for Larson after Larson got fired from Chip Ganassi Racing, and he just straight up didn't race the first 4 races. It's not like he was hurt. He just wasn't in the Cup Series. He wasn't expecting to be in the Cup Series. So Ryan Newman got a waiver. So basically everyone gets a waiver. And then you're like, oh, these are all on-track incidents. You know, Kyle Busch got hurt in a crash. Kurt Busch got hurt in a crash. Like, these are all on-track incidents. Like, what about off-track? Well, Tony Stewart in 2016 got hurt in January. He, broke a couple bones in his back or something. And he was out for a month or something. And they gave him a waiver. He took advantage of it, won, and got into the playoffs. So that was off-track. Why wouldn't they give Chase Elliott a waiver? I just don't see any way they don't give him a waiver. So I don't think that's even a debate. But, yeah. There's your information on Chase Elliott. Out at least 6 weeks, and his replacements are going to be Jordan Taylor for that one race at COTA. The rest of them will be Xfinity Series driver Josh Berry. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. As I said, tomorrow, Las Vegas Grand Prix track overview, kind of, in a sense. But I was right there on the turns, looking at them, pointing them out, looking at the paddock, kind of, got some pictures of it over a fence. So you'll get to see that tomorrow, and then the next day will be my Las Vegas Motor Speedway weekend vlog from the track. If you haven't seen the first couple of videos I did right after the race, they are some of my most recent videos, so go check those out. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.